Hey everybody! Welcome to The Perfect Pair. We are here and we are really excited about today's show. I think it's going to be really great. It's about what makes a high value man. That has been the talk of the town. So
it has been.
We have some special guests here today that's going to give us a man's perspective. Since, we got to always hear what the men say and not just our opinion. But before then, let's go to my favorite part of the show.
It's her favorite part of the show and my claim to fame here. It's the drink segment.
Yes.
So today we are going to have a cocktail from the book. Hey, Virgie. We're going to have a cocktail from the Shake and Enjoy cocktail book. And it is the One Night Stand.
One Night Stand. It's on page 14, right under She J Splits, which is named after me.
Okay, people. So yeah, let's get involved in this. Okay. Oh, well, shoot. Well, don't look at that. This show is evolving. This show is evolving. Okay, so let's do this. I got some ice. You want a double or you want a single?
You know what? It's 2 men. I might as well have a double. The perfect pair, 2 and 2. We about to get started. Yes, so sorry. Hey Shay, hey Ma, hey Kyra. I'm excited.
So yeah, so what you got?
So what else going on? Anything else with Shake and Enjoy?
No, I done told y'all all y'all need to know.
Okay. Well, we about to
tell y'all what we need to know. Let's see. We having doubles, so we're gonna have 6 ounces of cognac, and we thought we'd have the Hennessy because the fellas was here today. If I can get the lid off. Wait a minute, when the last time I made this bottle? There we go. I got it. Sweet Jesus.
We don't care nothing.
Okay, so we're gonna have 6 ounces of cognac.
My favorite, if y'all didn't know. Hey everybody, hey Nikki, hey Adams.
Okay, and then I feel like I'm rushing. It could be because it's so nice outside. Y'all see I don't have no hat on today. Listen, I'm ready.
Hey Daddy, listen. When I came over here, it is so beautiful. I think after the show, we may have to step out for a little bit and just get a little sunlight, some little rays going on. So have a couple of drinks. Hey Rashada, International Ream in the building. And he will be on our last show for season 1, which will be May 26th.
Yeah, May 20. Is it the 23rd?
No, the 23rd. May 23rd. International Ream will be on. So our last show for season 1, we're going to take a summer break, will be May 23rd. That is going to be our monthly brunch show with Virgie and International Ream will be in the building.
Okay, now I'm going to I'm going to put a little more ice in here and then I'm going to give it a really good shake.
Now, is that our man or is that man and yours?
It's both of ours. Remember, it was.
I was asked. I didn't know. I didn't want to be too greedy. So, and then next week for Mother's Day, we are off. Hey, Jason, we are off for Mother's Day. Marty's a mom, so she will be celebrating, and I will be celebrating with my mom and sister. And the week after that, we will have Dr. Cecil Ford on. He will be talking to the men about men's health and chiropractic care. And then our brunch segment, then we'll be off for the summer. So just to let y'all know the next couple shows that we have. We're doing a lot of catering to the men. This is like, May is men's month.
May is men's month for us. We did get some feedback from some of the viewers that, we did get some feedback from some of the male viewers that we pay a lot of attention to the women. We pay a lot of attention to the women. Open this. My hand's not working. Okay, thank you.
And we'll be topping it off with some ginger beer.
Some ginger beer.
Yes. All right. Okay. So, cheers, my darling.
Cheers to May.
Men's month.
Men's month.
That's it.
Yep. I'll be having one of those today.
Me too. I just will have one.
Yep.
And a half. So, all right. So let's hang.
It's a half in here.
It's a half. Not right. Okay. Just might as well get started. So let's talk about my other favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Which is
cheese press.
Cheese press nails. Okay. So it's a lot going on. Today's nail set for the week is a brand new set that will be posted to the website today. It is called the French Connection. I usually don't do a lot of French manicures, but I love this one. And it has rhinestones and everything on there. So that's the French Connection. And I am still working with a lady
from
Q&G, her polish line. So I just finished 6 sets for her first photo shoot, and her next photo shoot, I have 9 sets to do by May 13th. So that is the French Connection, the set of the week.
Oh, that is really pretty.
Thank you. I figured girls had to be classy and have stones, and that's all for Cheese Press. So go to the website, grab your set, grab your sizing kit. My last week of taking nail orders will be May 21st, and that will be up until July 2nd. They will only be ready to ship sets, sizing kits, cuticle oil, and masks for you to get off the website for that whole month while I'm on vacation. So,
we're going on vacation.
Yes, I'm so ready, and I'm not doing anything on vacation. Okay,
we're going on vacation.
So what's next? We moving kind of fast.
Is it?
Are we excited?
Are we excited, or is that we? So listen, we are looking like I have seen the viewers. The viewer list right now is long. But I think it's because this is anticipation of this conversation. Like everybody wants to know what does it mean? What does it look like? Like that's what we want to talk about. That's what we want.
Got it.
Okay. That's what we want to talk about today. So as y'all know, this is a live broadcast. So yeah, what we would do right now is the What's Poppin' segment.
What's poppin'? So
I did not make the schedule. She made the schedule.
What schedule? This is how we always do the schedule.
You were like, what's next? What's next? You made it.
I did. Cheers, Isha. G. West the attorney. So what's popping? I didn't listen to the news this week. I was kind of busy. But I have been excited about DJ Khaled's new album.
Okay. I did not.
I think it's called Thank You, Thankful, something like that.
I wasn't aware of.
But it's the big song everybody been talking about, Sorry Not Sorry, with Nas and Jay-Z.
Okay. I'm glad they finally got a song together.
I am too.
I'm glad they finally got a song together. But I'll have to give it a listen because I am officially done with the winter semester of school.
Yes.
Effective at 12/31 today. No, 11/31. 11/31. I finished my last final, so I am done for a week.
Done for a week. And then what y'all do on your week off?
Huh?
What are you gonna do on your week off?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I guess.
Rebecca said, "Yeah, sorry, not sorry." So I'm gonna give it a listen, y'all. I'm gonna give it a listen.
And now let's talk about. I do like the line. Now say something about cryptocurrency because he invested money and has all these extra hundreds of millions. And he like cryptocurrency called me the crypto Scarface.
Okay.
And I just thought it was cute because that's how he made his money.
Okay.
Okay.
Some more money.
Some more money because he always invested.
People always need to make some more money.
So I need to be investing in what he invested in. Cardi B got a song on the air.
Cardi B. So yes. Is this going to be the summer 2021 soundtrack?
It already got me started. I was driving over here getting hype like,
okay.
I make big. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
G West said the third and the fourth song together. I gotta check this out. I don't like talking about stuff and I ain't in the loop.
Cardi, I'm telling you, Cardi B song and Jay-Z song, and
I don't like being off the loop.
He got a song with Megan Thee Stallion and the baby on it, and then like my two favorite people. And then he got a song with Big Sean, and I'm like a super Big Sean fan. So I'm digging it, not really feeling the little Beanie Man or whoever that. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that type of song.
So when you listen, not to go off topic of it, when you listen to music, do you just listen to the songs that with the artists that you like, or do you listen to the whole thing and then pick the songs you like?
I listen to the whole thing a couple times, and then I pick the songs that I like. But I'm not like this deep listener where I'm about to break down every metaphor and analogy. I listen for the beat and a couple of snazzy lines. I'm like, yeah, that's the type of listener. I'm not about to be a music head and we about to have this deep talk about
I'm a
and another B that's triple B's, and then I got the other B. Like, I don't know.
You learned the lyrics fast.
I did, because I didn't heard the CD about 6 times.
Okay.
So I think that's about it with the updates.
That is
because I gave the updates when we went on vacation.
Yep, and I told you I didn't watch any news this week due to my heavy studying schedule. That was it.
Okay.
So I guess we can get. Do you listen to me? Oh yeah,
do you just listen to music or do you just skim through it? See, I know my lyrics. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got it. I do that sometimes.
So I guess this is time for us to. We are ahead of schedule too. Yeah. It is time for us to introduce our guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We bring to you two subject matter experts.
Yes. And you know what? We chose these gentlemen for a reason. We felt that they had a lot of knowledge on this situation, on this topic today. We may even kind of consider they may fall in the line of
I think I chose based on their ability to give the unabridged truth. That's what we're looking for. I mean, we all know Kevin Samuels has kind of heightened this whole idea, but it's been around since the 80s. So let's just see what these guys can add to it and maybe help us understand what's really going on.
And is that what we really want? Do they come with a lot of extraness? You got to think about it when they talk about like women being.
If these two are they are
the
barometer.
They are extra.
See, señorita.
But it's all.
See, señorita.
It is all in love.
I'm gonna find me a trash man.
Greg, my mom is on here. Shay, it is Detroit and Cass Tech. Thank you very much.
Hey, Maya.
Hey.
So without further ado, we bring you Reggie and Eric.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce Reggie. Reggie's at the top. Hey, fellas.
Hey.
So Reggie is a 34-year-old friend to the show. He's a former college football player. He has a degree in marketing. He's a marketing professional with over 10 years of experience. He was in the Michigan Chronicle 40 Under 40 honoree for 2020. He's a Forex day trader and crypto investor. I need to learn about that, sir. Real estate and marijuana industry investor. He puts family first, and he wants to be married and have kids. So that is Mr. Reggie.
Okay, and I am introducing Eric. Okay, my type of person, born and raised in Detroit. We're not gonna worry about him being from the East Side. We'll talk about that later. Okay. He is a U of M alumni. salaried high earner at major company. I like that major company. I don't like to tell people where I'm at either. Yep, I like it. Not gonna be in my business. He was a broad network. He has a broad network of friends and influencers. He's an avid reader and business investor. He also wants marriage and children. I bring to you Eric here to help us through this high value man situation.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
No, we can't hear y'all.
Damn it.
Audio not working.
Hold on. We can't hear
I know y'all hear us,
We can't hear
but
y'all.
we can't hear y'all.
I can hear you, Eric. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't. They can't hear
Yeah,
us.
I told the producer. Want me to do it or you gonna do it?
No, I'm gonna do it.
So y'all good. It's on our end.
Don't worry about it, fellas. Whoa.
See, they go
Unplug this.
Both of them. Yep. So large to listen to me. I just can't see. Y'all. Okay, say something, fellas.
Hello.
Hey, now we can hear y'all. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it was on our end. Just like
Don't worry about
in
it.
the beginning. Tangerine knew, right?
So here we go.
Let's get started. The first thing, we have a video we want to show y'all about high value men because we've been doing a lot of talk about that. So what actually is a high value man? We're
gonna cut to that video right now. She said in action. Just give us a minute. So there it is.
Oh, Kevin.
So let's get it started. First of all, let's go over some basic definitions. High, greater than normal in quantity, size, or intensity. Value, the regard of something held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. And man, an adult human male. So when you put all that together, what do you have? An adult human male that's greater than normal importance or usefulness to what? The group. Basic economic principle states that the value of something is what a market is willing to pay for it. The value is determined by what? The market. And when we're talking about individuals, the market is other people, men or women. So a high value man is completely determined by the market. Case in point, you can have a vehicle or a home, anything.
Okay. So we have the gist of it on what's going on. So a high value man, what we want to ask you all, what is your definition of a high value man? And we'll start with you, Reggie.
You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Well, first off, I want to say thank you guys for having me on the show. I appreciate it. To answer the question, specifically, I agree with Kevin. Just a disclaimer, I agree with most things Kevin has said, about 90%. I do agree. The caveat is some of his approach can be a little forceful, a little aggressive, but I think the nature of his content is definitely just. Based off of his definition, because I haven't even seen that clip or heard that used as the basis for what a high value man is, but I would agree. I mean, that's a pretty cut and dry definition. Like anything above the average, above normal, and the market says that, I think you would have to deem that as high value.
Okay, I like that. And you agree with a lot that he said. And we had a big smile from our other special guest, Eric, when you said that. So what's your definition of a high value man?
First off, too, I'd like to thank for this opportunity on y'all platform. You know, sharing is my first time, so I'm not really used to sharing my opinions on camera. I'll do my best. And also, I want to give respect to Reggie. Listening to your bio, you have done a lot to make yourself, in the market valuable. So we should need to salute people doing the work.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Likewise.
So, secondly, what's high value is that you have to stand out. It's a lot of people that attempt to do things, but again, as I alluded to Reggie, you got to do the work. It starts with what you earn, because earn creates your stability and able to provide for yourself and others. But also the biggest key component is not just money. I think a lot of people miss is to have or have access to resources. You know what I'm saying? When you have those resources available at your hand, it makes you high value.
I like that.
I like that, Eric. I like them resources.
If you don't have it, you know how to get it.
Just to add to that, resources is also relationships, information. It's not just tangible things.
Because a lot of times as well, a lot of people get hung up on the money part, but a lot of times the people who actually are the gatekeepers, they don't let you in that room unless you have a network. You know, money can come and go, but your relationship, your networks can put you back on your feet in a heartbeat.
That's true. That's true. It's all about connection. I have to learn how to network better.
We gonna work on that. We gonna work on that because I'm telling you, this here phone right here, I'm probably 4 phone numbers from the president with this phone right here.
And I'm bad because I got
this one. Listen, this phone right here. So let's get this thing started.
Yeah, you ready for the next question?
I am ready for the next question. I am.
Oh, am I asking? I thought you had a question.
No, let's go with you.
Okay. So, do you consider yourself a high value man and why?
Let's start with Eric.
Yeah, I mean, especially based on how the introductions we had, those are some of just the bulletin points that make us, stand out amongst the market. But also, there's also a social component that I think we both possess, is that we've never been married and we don't have children as well. Because just to be honest, not to offend anybody, but having children and you're not being married can be considered somewhat of a liability. Because again, you have to protect and provide.
Why would you say not being married and not having kids is a liability?
Because again, now depending on your market, right? So if we're in the market to get a wife and a kid, what's one thing that would be valuable to a single couple? You don't already have kids and you haven't previously been married, so it's your first go round. So that would increase your value, right?
So not that not having them is a liability, but it's more in our favor.
Correct.
Oh,
okay.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, Reggie.
We're based off the market. So again, what does women most complain? Well, he got a lot of kids, right?
That's true.
Right. So we're determining based on.
Listen out there.
We're not based on what we think. We're taking out off what the market tells us, right?
So we do complain. He got a lot of kids.
Listen.
He don't have no money.
He don't have no money.
He don't have a car. He don't have his own stuff. Broke. Do y'all have vehicles in your own place?
Yes.
You see these brothers sitting up here, sitting
okay.
up here tall in their own homes.
Listen, I love it.
They ain't at the Starbucks. Look at these brothers out here. Listen, so I have a question. Reggie, let's get your take. Are you a high value man and why?
I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like I'm a high value man, just for a lot of reasons that we mentioned already, but also just to add, just, my general disposition, my demeanor. I'm a confident, casual guy, not aggressive, not too thirsty about, chasing some of the typical trendy things. My mind is more so focused on, a lot of the aspirational, larger goals. So I think when you have a man that, his mind is situated on those bigger things, that automatically kind of puts him in a different category. Then you add some of these other things, it just kind of paints a fuller picture.
Okay, I like that.
So I have a question, and it's geared around how do you feel about this idea that high value men are looking for a specific type of woman? How do you feel about that when Kevin says that you're not interested in women who have children or
over 40?
Over 40. How do you feel about this? And Reggie, just adjust it to your mathematics, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of nuance there, and I think people get hung up on some of the specific examples that Kevin gives. I think the general idea is that when you have a certain culmination of things, like you come with a certain package, you don't just want to connect yourself with just any old run-of-the-mill person. Like you want that person to kind of meet your set of standards and kind of fit the ideal life that you have built for yourself and that you want in the future. So I agree that high value men have a certain type of woman that they're looking for, but doesn't mean it's like this super specific type of woman. I think it varies based off of that man, but typically the things are he wants that woman to hopefully not have kids. If she does have kids, but she brings certain things to the table, then he's not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Does she have her own? Is she taking care of business? Is she, a certain attractiveness for what he's liking? What she has aspirationally that she's trying to do. Like some of these things kind of change with the person. Um, and yeah, if she has a certain type of income that she bringing in, because that means that she's about her business, she's smart, and also that she's not going to be digging in his pocket every time she needs something, and that's something to be noted. It doesn't mean that man don't want to still provide for her. She might not ever have to reach in her pocket for anything. It's just the idea that what she's built for herself, she's going through that process, and that man is attracted to somebody who's on like a similar wavelength as he.
Okay. Okay. Any thoughts, Eric?
The question was, is it true that most men of high value want a certain type of woman?
Yes.
As in whole, correct.
Okay.
The way I always like to frame it, right? There's always two gatekeepers, right? And gatekeepers mean who has the left partnership or deal, right? Men have access, or the gatekeepers, to marriage and relationships, and women are the gatekeepers to sex. Do we agree?
I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree with that. And you caught me off guard there, Eric. I'm never really speechless. But
so let me explain then. So ever since
there you go.
Ever since a man a boy grows up, let's just take for age 13 and 14, right? When he wants a certain type of female and to be with that female, we talk about sexually, right? He gets the feedback from what his market value is, whether he's tall enough, got the most money, whatever position he is in life. And if he can't get with her, he has to take that back and level up to get the girl he wants, correct?
You're right.
So that's your gatekeeper. So when a man has the advantage and the leverage, which is I'm a high earner, I have access to resources, why don't I get to be? It's just as descriptive on what I want to allow access through my gate, meaning that she's fit, maybe she's a certain level of beauty, whatever. I get to make that same call at my gate as you do when you make yours.
Okay. I thank you for the clarification. I'm in a world where I like to know what I'm signing up for before I say yes or no. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
So yeah, a lot of women they use it when it's in their favor, because a lot of women, like right now, they always be saying, they like to use the religious aspect. Well, it's somebody for everybody, but you don't want just anybody. You want a high earner, you want a man tall, dark and handsome, you want a man protective, provide. You got a list.
Oh, brother, come on, brother.
So what does a woman? So if a woman wants all this, she wants a high value. To you, what are the things? Did you say that and I missed it? You said fit and you said what else?
Well, again, it's just like anything, like what y'all do. Whenever you have a goal, right, you have to see what qualifies you or pre-qualifies you for that goal, right? You go into a job interview, you don't get to go in there and be like, I'm cold with this computer. No, you got to follow what they want. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that type of man, i.e., let's just take an example. Say, and we can use this just for entertainment value. Say you want to date ball players, right? Well, ball players get access to a lot of women. They got the top 10% of women that look pretty. So you got to be self-evaluating yourself. Do you fit into that? The same way when I approach these women who are bad, whatever, do I got the money? Do I got the access to resources? Am I in shape? Am I tall enough? I got to pre-qualify it if that's the code that's not want. Now, I can get what I can get, but I got to be responsible for what I'm getting.
And furthermore, to add, it don't mean if you don't fit that category, you can't get one. It just means it ain't likely. And you have
the probability, right?
Understand that you got to go through this process, and you might get a bunch of no's. You might hit a home run. You might catch one, but don't think that that's just the norm. And if you're looking for that, and you coming up and hitting barriers, you got to understand that might not be the category for you.
And another thing that's different between women and men.
I like these brothers.
I'm speaking from my opinion. So again, like I told you, my views and opinions are not associated with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But women, which is crazy, like just again for the sake of the argument, they'll meet a ball player, right, and they'll be with them sexually, and in their mind they'll think they only mess with ball players. That's what they'll think. But a man can meet Beyonce and think, oh, I just had a good night, and he'll go back to Tamika and Tammy, because it's just he understands the reasonability and that's not his norm. But women get one shot at greatness and they think that's where their life sit forever.
Whoa, that was kind of deep.
Whoa. I have rarely been on this side of the table and been speechless. Do you hear me?
Y'all speaking some truth.
Y'all speaking some truth.
What's the question?
Listen, I don't know where my pen is.
This is my opinion, so I'm asking y'all, do y'all see any truth in what I'm saying as far as being women? When women get access to a big, they think that's where they live at.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yes. I haven't detected lies yet.
I haven't heard any lies yet. I appreciate the thoroughness of the responses, but I have a question here that is posed, and I'm sorry, people in the comments. I'm gonna get to y'all questions, but they coming fast and furious in my head. So
and y'all know I can't see.
I can see, but I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute. What I'm gonna ask you is, so how do you feel the dating market is, the market here in Southeast Michigan? How is it for you? Oh shit!
Who going first? Anybody vote? Let's go, Reggie.
So the one thing I can say is Detroit is a different market. Again, I apologize to anybody offended, but we have some of the most, let's say, strong-minded women in America. Like they really don't go for no, they're very independent and let's use a word like prideful, So you gotta be authentic in your alpha to even get a hello from them.
What I would say is I appreciate the dating possibility here. I think that Detroit specifically has some of the most amazing, beautiful Black women around. Even when I travel to other cities, a lot of the women that I know there or I come across that fit a certain caliber that I'm looking for end up being from Detroit. I think the challenge here is there is a certain mentality, but then I think the interactions with men that they've had, good or bad, kind of sets them up with expectations, and those aren't always realistic. Then you add into this whole social media and media at large, that sets another unrealistic expectation on relationships. And therefore, once you face that with reality, there tends to be, a disconnect there. So I would say finding the right type of woman here is possible. It's just you gotta have thick skin to be able to kind of take the bumps and bruises on your way through.
This might be going off track, but why do you think the women here are like that?
I think there's a couple of reasons. I think a lot of times, everybody has their reference point, right? So whatever relationships you had in the past, they have an effect on you. I think in general, the mistake women make is, or the disconnect between men and women, I should say, is women are taking relationships a lot more serious at a lot more early. So they're experiencing these disconnects with men because when we're younger, I'm talking about, 24, 25 and younger, women are taking these relationships as, this is the man of my life. Like this is happily ever after. And men in general, we are still figuring things out. So as when women look at it as we're playing the field or just immature, in certain cases, yes, but I think if there's a time to be trying to figure things out, that's the time to do it. I can't tell you how many times before I even went to prom, how many times I heard women say, "Oh, you don't know my story. I done had my heart broken, this and that." I'm like, what I've been in love. Like, how you been in love all these different times? You ain't even went to prom yet. Like, where you going to college? What colors you wearing to prom? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your degree gonna be in? What you want to do with your life? But you talking about my heart been broken. And I don't discredit the idea of love at that age, but it's just how serious do you take love to be at that age versus a man where we're like, yeah, I might really like the girl, I might even love her, but the way we see relationships is different. So women are really, what I'm trying to say is women are kind of scarred. And then as men are maturing and we're ready for those more real relationships, those more long-term relationships, when we're like in our late 20s, 30s, now we're faced with women who've had all these different traumas, and now they don't know how to really maneuver in that space. So now we're kind of like, our timing is off.
Okay, Eric, do you have something you want to add to that?
I think really too, Detroit is a particular place. It's particular about how we are. We have like a takeover mentality in Detroit. And I think it's with men and women that we come off somewhat aggressive and combative if we don't get to take over. So that's something I think culturally we got to do better in, just kind of working together and not being so adversarial. So I can't really put that one all on the women because it's just Detroit is a place like that.
Okay.
Before we move on, I'm going to have Marty come up with some of the questions and stuff that we've been asked. Because I've been seeing stuff.
So I have a question from Kyra. She says, are the expectations of women unrealistic, or is it that you just don't fit the high value standard? I like that chuckle.
Right. He's like, oh, yeah.
Well, I would ask, what is her standard of high value? Like, what does that mean to you? We have to really get finite with what you think high value is. Then I can answer that definitely directly. If you think here that high value man is supposed to do X, Y, Z, let's figure out what that is, and I can tell you if that's reasonable or not.
Oh, okay. Chuckle.
All your bills and mine, then I'm not the guy for it. I'm not doing that.
Come on,
but
Chuckles.
I thought y'all want to provide.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Chuckles.
I can provide. Like, I'm gonna help you out. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do for you. Like, we're gonna go on trips. If you need your car fixed, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna buy you gifts. You know what I'm saying? I might surprise you and pay your rent, but I'm not doing it yours. I don't want another child living in her own place. Like, I don't want another bill. Like, that's to me, like, where are you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you at? What you doing? Why? You know, it just don't make sense to another high value man. Like, because you gotta understand what I'm doing to get what I have. I understand the work ethic in that. What are you doing to match that? Like, how are we progressing? Because I'm looking at you like, listen, there's an opportunity here. Let's put our resources together and go make this happen together. Now we can do even more faster. But if I'm, you know what I'm saying, taking care of two households, like, it's a different story if you living with me, then yeah, you know, I'm gonna take care of everything over here.
Okay, Reggie, we gotta let Chuckles, because I appreciated Chuckles.
That's my
flashing them teeth, because that's the product of dental insurance when you can flash them teeth like that.
I'm not really.
Well, now what happened, Chuckles?
I hear this so much, and I want to, even though that's the topic for today, women get so caught up with the high value and do you qualify, but that's not your role to ask, do I qualify? You know, like, you don't understand. Again, I keep talking about the leverage in a deal. So when you keep trying to tell me about what I qualify, I don't like. One of the things Kevin Summer would say, let's deal in results and outcomes, because everybody got an opinion of what they entitled to. But let's go with the outcome. So if you think you deserve a high value man, how many of you got coming to you? Because I guarantee you got men coming to you and you skipping over them men because they ain't high value. You right? So then what the market is showing you that you don't deserve what you think you're entitled to. These are just facts. Outcomes,
and I appreciate that, Chuckles. I'm just gonna be very honest. I didn't realize there was this thing called a high value man out there, because the good Lord keeps sending me all the high value men. Okay, He sends me all of them, and I deal with trash, but I don't have expectations of trash. Okay, and it is what it is.
Marty, you saying you you get exposed to a lot of high value men, but yet you pick trash?
No, I get exposed. I said I deal with trash. I didn't say that I pick. I generally don't pick anyone, but I don't generally pick anyone. But I like, if I want to deal with trash, I will. But it's not the man's fault. I'm not placing the blame on men at any point. I deal with who I want to deal with. If it's somebody that I don't want to deal with, I don't deal with them. So I think we just bringing light to, what does this mean in this environment? Because this topic is really hot right now, and women are discussing it, men are discussing it. This is about to become a thing around here about high value men. And as a woman, I feel, because I generally like what Kevin Samuel says, because I feel like it's a reality check for everyone. What you truly are deserving of, or what your expectations should be. That's what I feel. But in the same vein, I feel that women, and I'm saying this, women, y'all can beat me up later or try to, but I feel that women, we say that we support our Black men and we're here for them. But if you hear that the brother only making $44,000 a year, you're like, he broke. I'm done. You can't be like that, because we can't all, 100% of us cannot all be chasing this 10% of me. I'm not running out
there. But you gotta chase what's in your realm.
I'm not running out there with y'all.
So explain that a little more, Marty. Like, why is that $44,000 range? Why is that important? Explain.
Because a lot of women are looking for the man to add to their lives at a level that sometimes is unrealistic. And I'm just saying what I'm saying.
So meaning, women don't realize that $44,000 is the median average income for a man, for a Black man.
For a Black man.
Across the United States, across the country. So what they don't realize is that's what you're seeing most often. Now, anybody doing anything over that is doing better than average.
Yep.
So when we talk about this, so when I think of, since we now putting a title on it, because for a while we didn't have this high value man and all this kind of stuff.
It was just good guys.
Just like they talk about women being high maintenance, do you feel like now these men that are high value are so high maintenance that they're becoming kind of like the elite? So now they feel like, I have my any, mini, miny, mo. I am this, I am that. I can contribute everything. A woman has to be perfect in order to deal with me.
See, there we go on extreme again. It's not perfect. It's okay. Again, I like to use analogies, right? So if I qualify, if I'm making enough money to go to a Benz dealership, right? Mm-hmm. And you have a used Chrysler 300 on the lot, and you want to sell that 300 to me, I can afford a Benz. I don't want a 300. So now you're gonna try to make me feel bad because I want to ride on leather and luxury? No, I paid the cost to afford what I want, and I purchased what I want.
So that's a good fucking analogy.
You want to force what you want to tell me. I qualified, I have the money, and I'm here to buy and purchase. Why are you not giving me what I want?
Well, all right then. Well, all right then.
And if you don't qualify, just go get you the Honda Civic or the Taurus or whatever, because you could get the package with all the bells and whistles.
Chuckle say.
So again, like I told you, if anybody who's ever been to a Benz dealership, you notice they treat you different than they do at the Chrysler dealership, right? Because if you can afford this, we need to honor that, correct?
Hey, I'm with you. I hear you.
I'm sorry, I read it and I didn't hear the analogy because I had to pull up my computer. I can't see that far, and I hate not being able to see.
And in addition to that, like I said before, it don't mean that you might not be that 1% of people, of a woman who might catch you a high value man that has the ability to go get the Benz or whatever other luxury type of vehicle he wants. It just don't mean that's not the norm. So I hear a lot when I'm watching some of Kevin Samuel's content that women say, "What, should I not have standards? I need to just accept whatever this and that." That's not what he's saying. all he's saying is your expectations need to be recalibrated. You need to understand that that's not likely your place. It doesn't mean that you can't catch a man that's just like, hey, you fit what I'm looking for right now. Like I done went through the whatever the case may be for that man. You might fit what I'm looking for. I love your energy. I love your personality. We can make this thing work. Just don't expect to be only dating in that caliber because you missing everything that you should be dealing with. You missing your real happily ever after because you worried about this 1%.
Correct. And a lot of people, they, so when you tell people the truth and they don't like it, they get triggered, right? So don't blame me. Don't blame Reggie. Don't blame Kevin Samuels. Just look at your life and the outcomes. You got this criteria. You've been waiting on this your whole life. Just say for the sake of argument, you're 40 years old. You've been wanting a man to protect, provide, high earner, handsome, tall. Have you had that? Where is he? If he hasn't, you need to recalibrate, as he said, your plan of action because it's not working. Right? Definition of insanity: doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome.
Different outcome. All right.
And if you had that, and it came in form of a ball player or whatever, and you faced that time and time again, and you've been cheated on, or if you had to deal with X amount of other different things, then understand that might be what you need to be willing to deal with at that level based off of who you are. That's also part of the calibration. All
right. Well, look at that. Well, let's calibrate to these comments because she almost fell off a chair over here, and I don't even know what happened.
Because this is I've had conversations with people about this one. Lorenzo said, women who want to be taken care of want a traditional man, but won't adhere to traditional values. The word submission is like cursing at them. How do you, Ian, feel about that comment?
This cognac good.
I know. I want another one. They just set up the chairs. Do you think women want traditional, but are women traditional?
So to that point, right? The one thing I always have a conflict with that is that women don't look at the privilege that they get to pick and choose when to be submissive and when to be feminine. As an alpha male, I don't get to turn this off. I don't get to be like, oh, I'll start being dominant and lead when I meet the right woman. I got to be this 100% and hope she come into my life and then I choose. So why women don't think they got to continue to be feminine, agreeable, and work together with a man? Why they get to think I can be tough and then when I meet a man, I change? It ain't how it works.
So, okay, so I need more on this. So when you say they don't get to pick and choose, are you saying that they just need to like live life with every guy they meet, be submissive and all feminine and all soft and cuddly?
If that's what you want, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. We're here to tell you what's the probability of you getting what you want. So if you say you want to be with a man, usually a man wants something that is feminine and attractive in a woman. You're right. So you have to display those type of things. No different than when a woman wants a man. I can't be like, well, I'm gonna be the opposite of a man until that woman comes. I don't get to do that.
So you got to be it all the time.
I think what it is. Go ahead, Eric.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
I think what it is women don't realize the power in being submissive. Like, there's so much leverage in being able to be a submissive woman. A woman understanding that power and how to leverage that's really what a man wants. Like a man wants you to understand that, listen, when I make certain decisions, I need you to follow that because, especially if you're a high value man, because high value means you got receipts. You got proof of what you've done. So don't, you know what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is based off of what I know, and I've shown success here. Follow me here. And once you agree to that, once you be submissive to that, then there's areas in this relationship, in our connection, that I'm gonna let you have, and I want you to control. I want you to make decisions on, because I'm making decisions on all these other pieces. The fact that you able to do that and leverage that properly is gonna make me do more, better, faster, stronger, et cetera, et cetera. Women think submission is just this beneath them futile mentality, and it's not that.
I am going to say, I'm gonna agree with you for a minute. Let me just cut you off, Eric. I'm sorry. I can say,
don't stop apologizing.
No, I was apologizing for cutting them off.
You see,
not
Excuse me.
Oh, did I say it?
That's fine.
Okay, well, I'm being all soft and shit.
I know.
So I can say as a woman, when I was younger here, like, you got to be submissive. I'm thinking I'm a second-class citizen and you are bossing me around like my father, and I have to reject that. I have to be stronger than that. Like, seriously, to hear the word submission, like, I really thought that I had to be like a second-class citizen, and I'm like, no, I'm not about to be like that.
Well, so
It took me to grow up.
I am really mind blown by what was just said, because y'all know the world get this gangster up out of me every day. This is gangster, boom, boom, boom. What we gonna do? Where we at? What we doing? But I notice when I'm with a certain type of man, I become very soft.
Yes.
I become very soft. So like you said,
Naturally, right? Naturally.
So Jack, that was to support your point. Like, it happens, but
it's that one.
It's that one, but I shouldn't even be entertaining the other people that I don't want to feel, that I don't feel that way with. I should not be doing that. So that's when we have this conflict, because I'm rah the other 300 days, but these 60 days that I've been hanging out with this fella, I've been like, so you want me to make your plate? You ready to eat?
You ready for second?
Okay, I'll fix that for you.
So that's what I get with the women who, again, it's always about accountability. Women always complain about these guys who they can't lead. But again, unless you're being taken by force, that reflects on you because you chose them, right? If you're hanging out with a man, you know, it's like you get in the car with a drunk driver. At what point did you thought you were safe with them?
At what
Why
point?
did you make a rational choice?
That was a good one.
Y'all is breaking it down. Y'all is breaking it down here.
So again, safe with them, you need to choose otherwise. And then again, like I'll say with high value man, right? I keep using the three things: protect and provide in the lead, right? You with a man, so naturally he's physically strong to protect you, right? Provide, he has a good access to resources and salary. In the lead, if he gets paid handsomely to lead, then why is it in question what he's talking about? He got the experience, the receipts, as Reggie said.
Why is it any question? Oh, Lord Jesus.
I got to take a drink. So
now, the whole thing too of working together, for some reason, women always feel like it's an equal partnership, and it's the difference between equality and equity, right? So whenever you got like two leadership roles, it's a president, vice president, right? You got a pilot, co-pilot. That means that when it's time to defer, somebody has to take the lead. So it's not about forcing you what you can't do. It's about when it's time to defer, who takes the lead. And usually the person who takes the lead is the one who has the most leverage or responsibility in that deal, right? So again, as a man, I could give, just say if I was married to Chandra, if I could give her the money to pay the bills every month. If my lights go off, they're gonna say, Eric, why your lights off? That's just how men are evaluated in life, right?
Okay.
Kelly learned some money management.
Kelly said, where y'all get these men from?
So that's my point in saying that as much as I could be mad, like Chandra keep messing up, I have to own the fact that I'm held responsible for it. So the next time it'll be like, this is what we doing. Not because I'm trying to belittle you, because I'm held accountable for it.
Is you following?
I'm following
what you're putting down.
I'm picking up what you're
I'm gonna follow these breadcrumbs wherever they may lead me.
Wow.
Okay, so let's go to these comments.
Oh yes, because I got it in my face right here, but I was caught off guard. Where y'all get these men from? We ain't telling you. They are Detroit born and raised.
They are single and looking for marriage and want children. Okay.
In a relationship.
I wasn't born in Detroit, but I was raised here.
Oh, where were you born?
California.
Interesting. So let me ask you, because I know Eric is over 40. We didn't say his exact age, but he's over 40. With you being 34, we said your age. What is your limit? Because we know a lot of our audience members, they are 38 and up. Do you date older women?
I have dated older women. I would consider dating an older woman. My only thing is I want children, so I have to be mindful of, the likelihood of that. Now, if she vegan, that definitely give her a little leg up because I know not to say that she has to be, but I'm just saying, you know, physically. But I mean, to me, it's all about organic connection. Like, do you fit? Does the vibe like happen naturally? Whatever she at, age wise, if it happens, it happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Eric, do you date older women, younger women? What's your thing?
Only younger women.
You said only younger women?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This man said he wants children.
Okay, I just said. Okay.
I know the pickings is slim, so I had to open up my parameters because it's crazy out here.
Now again, but that's you being rational, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Looking at what the market show.
Unless I go back to Cali.
Interesting. Okay, it says strength in the relationship is being able to be submissive on both sides of the coin. Balance. In some circumstance, the leader is who is best for the situation. So do you all feel that men should be submissive?
Well, like I said before, like I think a man who has a certain amount of things going on, there's a certain amount of things he doesn't want to deal with at all. And I think for me personally, I want a partner, and there's things that I want to give to her to let her just manage. Do that. That is where you reign. That is what you control. That is what I don't even want to think about. Yes, I want to have input, just like you're going to have input on some of these things. So that would be considered submissiveness. There's things that I don't want to deal with. So yes, be my partner, take care of these things while I'm taking care of these things. And then we can come together and discuss kind of what happened in between.
Okay.
But you have just like what Marty said, she's naturally submissive to the right type of man. Don't be a woman that just, I'm just the woman. Like I just look good and I just am attached to you at the moment. Like, first of all, that's not even gonna happen. But just you being a woman doesn't qualify you to have control of anything. You have to show that you're capable.
Okay.
If you're business savvy, then yeah, this is what you got experience in. I'm invested here. Run the show, baby. Like I sit back. And I'm a Virgo too, so I'm analytical. I'm thinking about everything 10 times a minute. So I need somebody who can just like, okay, I ain't gotta worry about that. My partner got that.
Yes. Okay, Eric, what about you?
Do we both got to be submissive to each other?
Yeah, like, can you be submissive to your woman at some point?
I'm gonna not use the word submissive. I'm gonna say I should give my woman to have influence over me.
Oh.
Because the submission that when I make a decision, she's going to be required to have some level of submission to what I say. But in that, if it upsets my household and my wife, nobody wants that. As JC said, nobody wins in the family feuds. So I can respect influence of what bothers her.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Your questions at? Where your questions at, baby? I
got caught up because Evie said she about to log off. She 45. She said, so are you hurting? So like, okay, I know Reggie said he won't kids. 40-year-old women can have kids. I mean, with times changing, what is considered, so just never forget that, Reggie. Eric, since she brought it up, man, what's considered younger? Are you looking like 35, or with your age is 40 and younger, 35 and younger, or anything younger than you?
Yeah, just younger than me. Yeah, I can take that. Yeah.
Okay. So
I got a lot of energy though, so I gotta, she gotta.
Oh, let me tell you about women 38 and up. They got all the energy in the world. Don't play.
I am not sitting here for the delegation of the women over 40. No.
Listen here. It is
no.
biological. That is a woman's prime.
It is our prime, but these brothers is talking about kids. Oh, listen, yeah. I'm trying to ship this whole system off somewhere.
Okay.
Eric said you got a question.
What's up?
So, I want to ask y'all as Black women, what do you think? And again, I know we got from high value men, but I want to make the crucial conversation about, we gave our example of the men who are in the segment of wanting to marry are not married. What do you think is the problem with women who are independent of age who want to marry? Why are they not being able to marry?
I'm gonna start off.
Please do.
I'm gonna say this. I think a lot of women that are married, they don't know what a wife looks like. They haven't seen the example on how a woman should be. And women are very headstrong. And like y'all said, Detroit women, we have you have to come up with A, B, C, and D. We have a lot of standards. And I think hearing the word, like one of the questions said, hearing the word submission, that's kind of like, it strikes a chord, even though a woman is supposed to be submissive, because I don't think women have seen that. And women are taught to be independent. We aren't taught to be wise. We're taught to stand on your own, get a job, not depend on a man, be able to do A, B, C, and D for yourself. So it causes that divide where everybody want to be the head. But as a woman, we got to learn that we are not the head when it comes to a relationship. So, and, I got one more point.
Go ahead.
Let me go. And the second thing that I think it's an imbalance in the accomplishments of women and men. And when I say that, a lot right now, Black women, it's an all-time high of having degrees, starting businesses. And now you're saying, okay, I'm at this point in my life when it comes to my business or when it comes to a job, I want a man at the same point or better. And that gets difficult because we are looking most time for a Black man. And a lot of times Black men financially may not be on the same realm as a woman. They may not have the education of a woman, whether she's looking for that or not. And I think that causes a divide, because how can you be a provider if I'm earning this much and you make this much and still living with your friends? So I think that's another issue too, why women aren't married.
Well, I might be the wrong person to ask because I don't want to get married. But I think that what has happened is, and I'm speaking for the market. A lot of us have been in experiences with individuals who made money hand over fist. Okay, they making money, they spending money, they giving money, and we tend to put this unrealistic expectation on everybody. Okay, so then when when you find someone new and he's saying, oh, I got this plan to buy this commercial lot over here, you like, well, what happened to the Gucci bags? I just wanted the Gucci bags from the store. I don't care about your commercial lot because ain't nothing on the lot, but I just need this bag so my friends can know that my man got it. And I feel that where we find this divide is that a lot of us become very focused in the things that we want through our careers and whatever else life has thrown at us. We become very focused in that, and the idea of giving that up or sacrificing to be with someone else to be a part of their dreams is not real to us. Because what we've seen more divorces, more breakups than we've seen positive relationships. So if this was a statistics class, we would say, let's lean more towards taking care of ourselves, and whatever man can deal with whatever we bring to the table, he'll be lucky to have us. So we see ourselves as the leverage in the relationship. But as you pointed out, Eric, the man does have the key to the relationship and the marriage, because we actually have to wait for them to say, this is what we want to do. This is what I want to do with you. And although we may be nagging each other, we might be calling our homegirls like, he ain't trying to marry me. He ain't trying to. It don't matter, because you ain't talked to Eric or Reggie and they said, you know what, I'm really trying to marry you.
That was hard. Like, his leverage comment was hard for me to accept.
Was it?
It was. Like, I've heard it before, but it was hard for me because I'm like, dang, that took away my power because we
That-
always want to feel like we got power, but
I hate that.
yeah, I've learned to accept it. It was a long road, so you know
I got a question. You say you don't want to get married.
No.
So you prepared to have to protect and provide for yourself for the rest of your life by yourself.
Yep.
And what makes you comfortable with that? Just how you've been doing it for a while?
I am at a place of peace. I am happy. I will say that if something was to happen, Eric, where things change naturally and it felt right to me, I would be open. But at this moment, I can say wholeheartedly, that's not something that I want. And the reason that I feel this way is because the first time that it came out of my mouth, I felt like a weight had been lifted off of me.
Do you think now? Because I believe most women want to be married. Do you think that you feel that way because of things that maybe have happened in your life? And what you saying, I don't want to be married, it takes off that pressure of you to find someone to marry you or to be married to.
I think what it does for me is that it frees me to continue to live.
But I think it takes that pressure off of you. So if you say, I don't want to get married, and you end up married, it's like, oh, this is a bonus because in my mind, I wasn't trying to be A, B, C, or D or get this husband. I don't know. I want to be married. I mean,
my point with saying that is that, so even like me, again, like you always got to be self-reflective. When I ask myself, why have I not been married and it take me to this age, it's because truly I didn't see the value in it. And I'm speaking for myself, and I'm kind of trying to associate with her thought. I didn't see the value in it because I was having my way. But then again, too, when I'm looking at the market, going up in corporate ranks, they don't view men, especially black men who are single, the same way they view those who have a family.
They do not.
So it's beneficial for me for corporate reasons, as well as when I look into, when you put a two-parent, you always get further with two, right? So now when I look at your situation, ideally, I don't know you, but it might seem good right now, but really pressure is made for shoulders and not hips. So when you go longer in life, having to carry you and whatever come out of you, I don't know if you really built for that. And when I look at that, I just like with the Corona thing, when the world shut down and we ain't know what's going to happen and somebody might run in your house. I mean, yeah, you could have a firearm and have people you can call, but ain't nothing like having in-house protection and leadership.
That's true.
Ain't nothing I do like your perspective on that, but I think to add to it, my son is 22 years old. Everything that people have thought that maybe you needed to be married for, or the purposes of marriage, yeah, I done pretty much crisscrossed them all. So at this point in my life, I just want to be cool. That's all I want to do. I just want to be cool.
Okay.
So I got a different perspective, and it kind of encompasses both. So
okay,
I've always wanted a family. I've always wanted to be married since I was very young. I always knew that it's going to take me some time to find the right person. So my parents are high school sweethearts. They're still married today. But and all the attempts of me trying to accomplish that have failed. When I look at marriage, I look at the pressure to make it right with the right person, but I look at also how much pressure it alleviates by having the right person. So I can resonate and connect with Marty, you saying maybe I don't want it, because what you're essentially saying is I found my peace in that pressure of not having all the negatives associated with it, but also resonate with you saying, Eric is saying, like what does it enable you to do, feel, experience by having that partner? That's why I always emphasize partner. When you have a real partner, a teammate, the right person in place, it's the best of everything you want.
Yeah, yeah, and that's all. I'm just trying to live my best life.
Okay.
That's all.
It ain't about marriage,
you gotta find the right one.
Say that again. Y'all was talking at the same time. We ain't here.
Oh, I said I wasn't trying to make it about her, but whenever I hear a different perspective, I want to clarify, understand, so I can, take that.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Okay. Lorenzo made a comment. Evie, what is this man making you? But Lorenzo had a story about women in their late 40s and 50s in the six figures, ready to take care of men because they basically took their career more serious in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that's right now. A lot of women are focused on careers because I think careers and education were pushed for women.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where the disconnect is.
I think in our culture, that was really pushed because, like I said, statistically, there were more divorces than there were happy marriages. So our mothers, like, we sit here on this show, and she's the product of a married couple. My parents divorced when I was 2 years old, so I never even saw them together. So I don't know what it means to be in that space with a man coming in and out of my house, even at 41, because I'm not ashamed of how old I am. Even at 41, I've never even lived with a man. Okay? I don't do it. So, and it's because I don't have the tools. I know I don't have the tools because I'm moving.
So you don't know the value of it either, though.
I sure don't.
You don't know what you don't know.
Listen, and you said that's the truth. I don't know what I don't know, and guess what? Sometimes when you don't know what you don't know, it's better to be unknown.
I don't know. You don't know what you're missing, so you don't know what you need to do to achieve it. So, like you said, my parents.
I keep putting these goals on myself.
But see, my parents were high school sweethearts. They've been married 47 years. My sister married 17 years. So, like, I'm the black sheep of the family because I don't have no kids. But
you're the cool auntie.
I am the cool auntie. But, like, I know what I'm missing. So, what I had to do is, like, do some work on me to figure out why I don't have that goal. It's not easy.
Boy, you can come in here if you want to every couple days. I'm not about to fix my shit for you to come in here. No.
Who was that?
You said what?
Who was that? Can't come in here.
I'm just saying, any man out there, like, I'm not rearranging my shit.
Marty,
Okay.
the type of man that's coming in your life ain't moving into your house. You moving into his.
Yes, speak that. We getting rid of this house. What is
you can keep your house? You can keep your house, but you're not moving into your place.
Yes. Take me out the hood.
I'm done. I'm done with this whole broadcast.
So
we got the space.
When people always have the issue or make the argument about what they've done and what's been done to them, right? I always use my example as well. Like, again, when they talk about black men leave, and you have the movies Disappearing Acts, men just left during the 70s and 80s, right? The ass was vacant for whatever reason. Now, in the last 10 years, we probably have the highest percentage of being active parents of all ethnicities as black fathers because of that gap that happened to us. So we didn't take that as a reason to continue doing bad. We did better. I'm a product of a single parent home where I didn't have a dad. I could take myself as being an anomaly to be like, you made it, but I shouldn't inflict that on my child to be like, well, shit, I could leave because my dad left. You'll be all right. So I hear what you're saying, but we might need to heal that so that you can continue to do better like black men doing better for their kids now.
This one.
Because the narrative has changed. Black men have stepped up.
Yeah.
Black men.
said, have them respond to Lorenzo's statement.
I thought they did. I got so caught up. Wasn't Lorenzo's statement about the 40-year-old woman trying to move him in? What was the
I don't know
what was the statement?
Tamara, I just want to tell you.
Tamara,
I just want to tell you. These guys probably may not have had as much to drink as we have. The drinks have definitely kicked in around here.
Because I want to know. But I don't know, Tamara, if they responded or not, but everything's been sounding good to me. About the Coney girl. The Coney girl. She said about the Coney girl. Do y'all remember something about a Coney girl?
It's probably in the comments, and I ain't read not one comment. So
his drinks kicked in too. Black men stepped up. They also don't cheat. Shut up, Shay. They do. So
no, they don't.
Listen, I want to keep
they
going
still
on.
The black man still cheating.
So listen, I have one more question because it's about to be 3:15. We have 15 minutes. We got to wrap up. Okay, with us talking about high value men, do you think women can be considered high value, or is that just a term for men? What's y'all take on that? High value women.
I think there's absolutely high value women. If there's high value men, there has to be high value women.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But you got to remember the grade scale.
Well, what that means varies, just like how it varies for men. But for me, a high value woman would be a woman with a career, a woman with her own, a woman that doesn't need necessarily me. She has. I mean, high value for me means she doesn't have any children. Someone I could learn something from. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple other things, but like you said, the drinks is kicking in. So,
Eric, what's your idea of a high value woman, and if you think there's one?
Yeah, value is again, it could be a standard of what you that you use. So the value to me, for one, you have to be cooperative, right? Because I need to. It's like with the equally yoked thing. I don't need conflict. I need peace in my home, right? So we want you to be cooperative. You do have to be attractive because men base things off of being attractive, right? It's several other things, but yeah, it's definitely one of the things I think people get caught up in. And I want to ask Reggie, like when you said she has to be career oriented, right? Do you understand? Do you want a traditional woman or more like a modern woman?
I want what I am, which is a combination of the two. Like, yes, I have a strong career, but I don't see life as working 20, 30, 40 years and retiring at X job. Like, I'm looking at, I got my hands in several different pots. So she can be a woman that I just have investments, or I have a side business and I do X amount. So I bring in X amount. And not because I'm trying to leverage her money, but I'm trying to leverage her expertise. I'm trying to leverage her understanding. Like, what I do on a regular and the amount of energy and effort it takes for me to do this. So now you appreciate it more, because what I've come across is a lot of women who have, they might be in a career or they might have, certain things going on, but they don't understand what it takes for me to do the things that I do. So therefore, the things that I do, they just think it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I need you to understand the value of this. Like, we going on this trip, you ain't paying for nothing, and I still gotta work while I'm on the trip, or I need you to understand like what all that entails. And for me, a person who's experienced that, they understand that a lot more. So I do want a woman eventually to be able to, like, you know what, I'm gonna just take care of home. I'm gonna hold you down while you doing X, Y, Z, and then I'm gonna own this space, and I'm gonna take care of this space. You don't have to worry about this. This is good. So now you can go off and do your own thing. But I think there's some nuance there, because it's just time.
Gotcha.
Eric, did you want to respond? Did you say your high value stuff?
No, he just wanted to know. He wanted to get more information from Reggie to see like what was his take on it.
I'm a versatile guy, so I need a versatile woman. We need to be able to move in different spaces seamlessly. Like, we need to be able to go over here and talk, and can't nobody, and then we need to go over here in the corporate setting, and we need to go over here, and we need to be able to move around.
A lot of times women, I feel, especially when they become educated, they get in these classrooms and these programs, and they get comfortable with competing with the man, because you're in those classrooms, like, be partner in law firms. So in defense of them, I give credit to them that if you want her to be feminine, a woman, the same way you want to take care of that space, because you got a lot of pressure, it's hard for her to be traditional and work at a job paying $80,000, because there's pressures would come with that $80,000. So if we want to be modern, then we got to have daycare, we got to have housekeepers, we got to have cooks to offset that domestic part, because we both out here hunting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm here to tell the world and all because we nationally syndicated in my mind that I am ready to be traditional. I don't want to have to work all the time. Let me just do nails. Can I just do nails full time?
So then I have a question for you.
I'm okay with cooking and cleaning.
How do you turn off everything that you that you've been for these 40 years, how do you turn it off?
Very easily.
Okay.
Because I've done it because I've had to. It's not that I want to. And so when I look at situations, my words right.
Make sure these parents ain't kicked in.
They have. Because I know what I want.
Okay.
And I know what now I have to do to get what I want. I am okay with turning stuff off. I've never been one to claim I love being independent because in real life, I don't. I don't like having to work to do everything.
How long have you known that? How long have you known it?
A very long time. But what has been my issue? And I'm not. You said who?
Has it really been a really long time? And the reason why I ask, because what I've come across is women who have an idea of what they think they want, but they haven't had the experience to kind of connect the dots.
So let me tell you, I'm okay. Like I said, I want to work, but I prefer to do my nail business than to be in education and have to have this 7 to 3 job. I'd rather do what I love doing and still bringing in income. I love doing that. Instead of having to have these 2 jobs, I got my own stuff. I'm okay with sharing and building. I don't mind cooking. Like, let me do that shit. To me, that's fun.
So you don't want to bring in significant enough income to take care of all your wants and needs. You want to just bring in enough to take care of like
what I need to. And if I'm being serious. If my man is like, okay, I work because I'm like, I need retirement. I got 16 years and I got 14 more. But if he was just like, baby, I got it. You don't have to work. I will be okay as long as he allows me to do nails. Like, I don't want to do like not do anything because I don't want to have to ask you for stuff. But I would love that.
So you not having to ask him for stuff.
I don't want.
Is that still you holding on to?
It could
your
be.
Independence.
It could be. I don't want to say, baby, can I have some money? I don't want to have to ask you, can I do something?
Let me make this clear. Any man who got it and he love you, you're not gonna have to ask. And even if you do have to ask, it's because y'all didn't have a conversation on why I don't want to have to ask. Any man who got it is willing to give it. So long as you are providing the right kind of value for that man. Let me make that clear. Okay, for every woman out there who having this problem, every man who got it and love you and appreciate you is willing to give it so long as you providing the right type of value for that man. Don't just be the woman who not providing anything. You just sitting at the crib being a cute girl or just the woman that's whatever you doing for him. Provide the right type of value and he's willing to give if he got it. If he don't, and you willing to wait, you think he got what it takes, wait a little while, you might get even more then.
That's beautiful.
Okay. This is good. This I want to keep going, but we can't.
You naturally want to provide. If he got it, he gonna give it to you.
Okay. Okay, because I don't want to have that. I think that is my pride. I've got to work on that. I mean, I'm a work in progress. I'm working on certain things. I can't work on everything I want. But listen, guys, I love y'all. This has been so awesome. You all have been like, y'all have worked this out for us where I think it came off as knowledgeable, getting your insight, where I don't think people were offended, because one thing, and I'm going to say, people are offended by Kevin Samuel's delivery. Like, some of the stuff you all said was the same thing, but your delivery came off as more informative and not trying to hold nobody's life. So I appreciate that.
Wait, some women, y'all need that delivery that way, because women been going too long thinking some women need to get it more abrupt and abrasive. We need to shake it up.
And y'all give it too. Kevin might be one of them guys who got it back then when he wanted to get what, you know how they say good guys from his last.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was hurt a couple times. But no, I really appreciate you all. I really appreciate you all telling your side of the story and being honest with us, direct. Women, we got some work to do. We're not even talking about men and the work they got to do. We talking about the work we have to do to find who we want to find. So Y'all didn't heard the men. If y'all want to be in a relationship with somebody high value, we didn't heard cooperative. We have heard submissive. What other keywords have we heard? They got to be a help, like be a helpmate, be a partner.
We both got to do work. We need grace for each other.
We do, but what I was trying not to do is anytime we have a man and women talk and y'all get on women or tell us, we always have a rebuttal on what the man not doing and what the man need to do. So I wanted this to just be, hey, I already know.
With the Black Lives Matter. We ain't talking about it. We talking about Black Lives right now.
We're not talking about all that. I already know, Eric. So I did good. So I want us, everybody need to do the work. Everybody need therapy. I do recommend therapy for everybody. Work on stuff because we all got trauma some type of way.
Yeah.
Fellas, I thank y'all.
Yes, this was awesome. Like this was truly awesome. Like y'all done open my eyes to a few things, and even though they might be half shut right now because the cognac has hit me, I appreciate this. I really do.
Thank you for everybody that said they enjoyed it. Fellas, I wish y'all all the best. Keep doing what y'all doing. We may even have to have a part 2 one day. So
yeah,
hopefully maybe near the end of the year, we can do a, how has things been going the past 6 months? Or redo if y'all up for it. See if y'all, found that one to check off all the lists. So
hopefully nobody be out of here.
Hopefully, hopefully you all gain some insight. All of our viewers, hopefully you all gain some insight on what Kevin is actually trying to communicate to the world. So stop trying to beat the man up. Okay, y'all, listen with an open ear and see if it applies to you. Okay, maybe it's something that you should work on. If it don't beat the man up. It's okay. It's okay.
I was trying not to have bias in this, but I am going to have to give Eric some kudos because when I first heard Kevin Samuels, I was so against him. Like, I was a starch hater, that's slow, everything. Eric didn't have to do remedial classes, break stuff down with me, maybe even draw a picture for me to understand stuff. So you did good. So thumbs up to you, friend, with being able to break stuff down. Brother, you did good.
So we ask you guys to please just stay put. We're gonna come back. We're gonna close this show out, and we're gonna come and just do a wrap up of the show with you all. But thank you all once again. Thank you all to the viewers.
Remember, wear your mask. If you wear
reusable mask. Jesus.
Wash it.
You know what? No. Damn that. It's not when the drinks kick in. Every time we get to the close after you done had a good time, you forget what you're supposed to say.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to The Perfect Pair. I'm Tangerine and this is Marty. So we're going to say, wear your mask. If you have a reusable mask, wash it.
Also, wash your hands. And if all else fails,
buy some sheets, press nails while drinking your shake and enjoy drink.
Until next week, y'all.
No,
not next week. No, Jesus. No, we will not be there next week. No.
Everybody's supposed to like, share, and subscribe.
We were supposed to say that. We missed it. Share, please share this. Like it. We love y'all. We are on GrooveRadioDetroit.com/media. We are on YouTube on Tangerine and Marty with an I. We are on our Facebook page. We have forgot this. We were so engrossed and then had a whole bunch of one-night stands.
Definitely had a whole bunch of one-night stand cocktails.
But we still ladylike. We still ladylike with it.
Until next time, y'all. Y'all be good.
2 weeks.
Bye, y'all.
We did good. We ended.
We did.